Greetings, everybody. I got some plants here I would like to share with you and do a spotlight on. Now, some of these guys are new acquisitions, while others are old and I've had them for a while now. So let's start with the new stuff, which are all my new succulents. I got all these guys on eBay. So this one here is a cutting of Orbera cimota lutea. Now, it was not sold to me as this, it was sold under a different name. And just something about it didn't seem right, so I looked it up and found out what it was really called. And I wanted this one because it develops a really cool yellow starfish flower. So I can't wait for that to make flowers for me. And I have another one as well that broke off of this, so I ended up with two plants, and it's taken root and should be doing pretty well. Okay, these next two ones I got from the same seller off of eBay. They are unrooted cuttings. I hope they'll take root and that they won't die on me. But this guy here, here's what it looks like and what it's called. It's another of these Stapelia family fleshy starfish flowers. Duvilliana Piliaceae. And it doesn't look like much at the moment. It's tiny. I hope it'll grow and get big. And then we got this guy here called Hoodia macrantha. And I saw these for the first time. They randomly came up for me on a Google image search, and they look, when they have a flower, they get this creepy fleshy flower that looks either like an ear or a satellite. Now this particular one has a lot more spines than the other more common species, which I did pick up today also. But it's really beautiful. I hope it'll survive and take root. Looking forward to that, making flowers in the future and making new little cactuses for me. And here is the latest one. This is Hoodia gordonii. And it's got a little baby there coming in. Same thing, this makes those satellite ear-shaped flowers. But apart from the cool look of the flower and this plant, I wanted this one also for the name Gordonii. Apparently somebody named Gordon named this plant or is named after him. But you guys know that I have a character named Gordon Craven, or Gord for short. And he gets picked on because his name shortened is the name of a plant, a gourd, a fruit. And now there really is a plant with his name, and I think it's kind of funny, so now there's two plants that make me think of him as well. This one doesn't have as sharp of spines as the macrantha does, if you compare them both here. So I like that I have the two different species. Now this is Nepenthes cebuensis cross hamata. This is one, it's a highland cross actually. And it's finally warm enough that these guys can go back outside. It's going to have nights in the 50s. And for us Floridians, that's cold, but it'll be fine. These plants love this. And I've noticed that my Highlanders are doing, not Highlanders, but intermediates, hybrid, that have Highlanders in them, are doing really well. They're loving this colder weather. They've started pitchering, whereas the rest of our 10 months when we get heat, they were just chugging along, just existing, not doing anything. They might make a leaf, but no pictures. But now they've really come into picture, which is nice. And I love this picture because it's got such a dark peristome. There we go. And that is so neat. And this thing is full of water, so I'm not going to move it around too much. It's got the little wing hairs there, like it gets that from hamata. And hopefully when this plant is more mature, it'll put on the size of Cebianensis. That would be really cool. Okay, this is Burbigidae, Nepenthes burbigiae cross campanulata. It's a cross between a highlander and a lowlander. So in theory, this should be an intermediate, or it should be able to do well in either highland or lowland. But I've found that this is another plant that wasn't happy during the heat, so I think it takes after the burbigiae more than the campanulata. I've had it in shade, I've had it in almost full sun, I've moved it around, and it doesn't care about that. I think it just did not like the heat. And here's one of the pictures. It's dying back, not looking at its best, but it just opened and formed this one, and it's the first picture in my care since I got this plant, and it is just beautiful. It's tiny, but it's possible this guy will put on some size. It's got the shape of campanulata, but it's got the colors of, some of the colors of burbigiae. So it should be mostly white with a little bit of red flecking underneath at the lid. Looks really nice. Cute little dots going all the way in. Looks like there's a bug inside. Nice, nice, nice. And I am getting a basil is coming in, and it's got a little picture there, so I might separate that out later on, try to root it, or maybe it has its own root system. That'd be great, because it's always good to have two plants, two of the same thing. I have recently started watching Cactus Caffeine, and I totally agree with her about having two of everything in case something goes wrong. And not only that, it's good to have two of everything in case you want to breed later on. Okay, now we've got this guy. And this is a basil cutting that I took back in the summer of this hybrid. This thing is huge. Give me a second here, it's being a pest. Okay, here it is. This is Truncata cross Marilliana. And this is the infamous Nepenthes Caesar, which gets pictures that can be over a foot in height. And this is the latest picture, and this is a basil, a baby plant. I think it's beautiful. It's got the Marilliana color. It's got the wings from Truncata. It looks like the lid is kind of shaped like the Marilliana. Pretty speckling inside the picture. A little bit of striping on the peristome. Truncata is actually a lowland plant, so this is a cross between two lowlands. This guy does not like our weather. He's as upset about things dropping into the 50s and the 40s as I am, so this guy will be indoors for the rest of our winter. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed that little update and spotlight of some of my Nepenthes and succulents.